Hi, I'm Andrew Stevenson, and in today's video we're going to continue making the academic planner. Students are going back to college, university, etc. So let's try and earn a few pennies from their massive student loans and grants. Mind you, when I was a student, I didn't buy academic planners. I bought beer and a PlayStation. Still, never mind, we might get a few other swats. So we're going to continue with this file here. This is the one we made last video. I'll leave a link to that in the description. I used the data merge file, which is here. Again, I'll leave a link to that in the description. If you want to use mine, you can. There is a slight charge of £1, or you can make one yourself. It's not hard, but it is time consuming. Just very briefly, there are 3 sheets. This one allows you to make planners for 2023. This one allows you to make planners for the academic year August 22 to August 23. And this one we're going to use today for the at a glance pages. But this is what we made last time, and I'll just quickly show you what it does. So we have all of the data merge settings here: date, day, month, year. This month is just a header that we will edit later on. I'll just merge this. So here, now I've done videos on data merge before, and I also do it in the previous video. Feel free to look through the channel. Here we select which sheet we want the program to read from. If we're going to do 2023 planners, we'll click this one, but we're going to do 2022-23 academic planners. So we'll click that. Remember to click update after you have selected which sheet you want to use. And click generate. Then this is going to give us a academic planner from August 2022 all the way through to August 2023. Now what you can do is to use this planner as it is, really. It doesn't need the at a glance pages that we're going to put in. I just think it adds a useful bit of value for the customer. So all you've got to do now is just to change the month on each of these pages to the correct month, publish it as a PDF, and you've got a handy planner at 115 pages. Use this as your title page. This planner belongs to blah blah blah. If found, please contact, and then a space for the contact details. Use the blank space to niche down your area. If you're going to make this for fashion students, put fashion images around the outside. If you're going to use it for medical students, use medical symbols and clip arts and things like that. And that's it. It's a completely functional planner. But we're going to make it a bit better. We're going to add at a glance, and we're going to add a note page opposite. So to do that, I'll go back into this page here. We are going to use data merge, and like I said, it's going to be using the 2022-23 at a glance sheet from the data merge file that we've already seen. Just add a new master page, and on this page here, the right hand side page, I'm going to have the calendar. It's going to be a simple grid, 7 columns for each day of the week, and then I'm going to have 6 columns for the separate weeks. It'll make sense when I do it. This side is just going to be some lined pages so they can take notes, maybe make a to-do list for themselves, whatever. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the table tool to create the actual boundaries of the calendar. So it to be 7 columns by 6. That's great. And then stretch this down. Make it whatever size you want. That'll do me. I will just pull it down a smidge, because at the top we'll have a text box Again, set your text box up how you fancy. Change the font to black, otherwise you'll not see it. And here I'll just put at a glance. And then when this page is duplicated 13 times or so, yeah, probably 13 times, we'll go through the document and we'll just add August at a glance, September at a glance, etc, etc. Now we're going to get into the data merge bit of it. And for that we need, as usual, the data merge layout tool. Now, I've done videos on this before, but basically, I'll move it over there just so you can see. The data merge layout tool allows you to import several fields, several different records from your data set in a uniform way and in a particular order. Now for me, I need to adjust the amount of columns and rows to match this here. So I need 6 rows and 7 columns. I'll just drag that over there. So you won't see this grid, which is why I've made that grid there. You don't even need that, to be honest. You could just have it more free form. But I like structure. And now each one of these boxes is going to have the relevant date in it. So again, I'll just tell you what, I'll just draw a 1 cell table. And I'll just put the short form. Again, take your time and get your fonts right. I'm just doing this for speed, otherwise I would have been using my agency font, which is the one I've been using throughout. So under here we'll have each date of the month, and it'll be under the corresponding day, because that's how we've set it out. I'm now going to tell the publisher document where to find the data we're going to put in here. So to do that, I need to go back to the data merge manager, and I need to add a secondary data source. It's still going to come from this same file, but I have to add another instance of it because I'm going to be using data from a different sheet and I want it in a different layout. So let's add this very same file again. There we go. And under here, I'm going to change this from 2023 to at a glance. Click update. Let's make sure that's still as it was. Yep, that's fine. And I also want this set of data to repeat on pages 4 and 5, which I haven't drawn yet. So I'll avoid this for the minute. With that done, I can now add the fields to the data merge layout. To do that, View, Studios, Field. So these bottom 2 fields here are from the at a glance sheet. The top 5 are from the 22-23 academic planner sheet. We don't need them for this at a glance page, so just ignore them for the time being. Concentrate on these bottom 2. And I'm going to draw a text box. I want it to go in the first cell of my data merge layout tool. Now the text frame is going to hold one of these fields, the date one, but for it to work for all of the fields and all of the data merge layout, I have to drag this text frame inside this data merge layout layer. So just drag it down, and there you go, becomes a child. So with the text box active, set up the styles you want. So I want mine to be centerized. I don't want it to be 50, that's crazy. 12, that'll do. And then double click the field that you want to be displayed in this layout. For us, it's going to be the date, There we go. And as you can see, the field appears in every single square in the same style and font as we set up in the first cell. Now I'll quickly see what we'll do actually. I'll turn this to bold. There we go. Just to make it stand out a bit. And then I'll quickly do the merge just to show you what it looks like. So that's correct there. At a glance, that's correct there. Just add 2 pages with master B. So now when I go to the merge, I can select page range 4 to 5. That means that this data, the 2 fields from 2022-23 at a glance, will repeat on pages 4 and 5. So what this will do now is it'll repeat all of the data for the months first. So you'll have 57 double pages there or thereabouts, which will have the correct month from August to August. And then underneath that, you'll have probably 13 at a glance. And as you can see, the way I've set it up is you'll have all of the correct dates for the days, and at the month end the rest of the squares are filled in with the dates from the next month, like a proper calendar. And if we go down, you'll see that although, so this is for September starts on Thursday the 1st, the previous squares have been populated with the last days of August. So that's what it'll look like. Obviously you can mess about and make this look better if you please. Then all that's left for you to do is to drag these files, is to drag these pages into the right areas. So we want, so I know this is August. So we need to add the month title to the at a glance page, and then we will just drag this up to where we want it, which will be there. So the idea is you have the at a glance first, and then you have the month itself. Now I will just show you some ways to improve this layout. So if we go here, first of all, I'll change my font. I'm also going to, from the top at a glance bit, I'm just going to remove all of the lines from it, so it stands free. Underneath, I'm going to use the table tool to make a little note section. I will, let's see, we'll change that. We'll change the height of each cell to 7 mil, and again we'll move all of the outside lines, and if you wanted to, you can add the word notes. Down this page we'll have lines again, just for some note taking space. Again, make that 7mm. And then remove the outlines. Now you can put whatever you want on this page. I sometimes put like a little checklist, but lined pages do come in handy in a journal or a planner. Again, we'll merge. There you go, and that is what each page will look like. What I'm going to do now is add all of the months to the correct pages, pull the pages to the correct order, and then you'll see what the finished article will look like. And when you finish dragging everything into the right place, this is what your exported PDF will look like. So this is your title page. Remember, add to it what you want and also customize it to make it fit your niche. There's the at a glance with the notes. Now you can switch these over if you want the August at a glance to be on the left hand side of the page. It might look a bit better. And then we're straight into the month August. September appears just before September appears as a month. October, so on and so forth, and it repeats like that until you get to the end of the book, 150 or so pages, 141 pages further down the line. Now there are some other things you can do. What I noticed there was the dates don't really pop. I want them to be small, but I want them the month dates to stand out from these excess dates underneath. And the way to change that is to select each individual number, and you can either change the size into a light grey, so it's not as noticeable. I'll just do a few. Or you can change the font size. So I'll change that down to, let's say, 8. So it's there, it's viewable, it's usable, but it doesn't overshadow the rest of the month, which is the month we really want to showcase. Now the problem is, because this is each month is going to be different, you can't go into the master pages and mess about in there to sort it out. You've got to select each individual number. Now you don't have to do that, it works fine as it is. If you just take a little bit more time and a bit more care, you can make it look better. And when it's done like this, you can decorate it how you want. To be honest, I'm tempted just to leave it as it is and then let the cover page and the actual cover of the cover page there and the cover of the book itself be the attention grabber for the niche. So I'll have this same interior, change this page here, but I have loads of different covers, so the interior is fine as it is. Normally I do suggest using all this blank space to further niche down, and you can do that, but it's middle August now. It's kind of September time when the students start going back. So for the sake of speed, I'll probably just knock out a few plain journals in like this. They're not boring or plain, but they're just not as tight to the niche as I would normally have them. And I'll just use the covers to appeal to the audience. But that's it, a very easy, functional planner. And with mail merge, data merge, you can do it in a matter of seconds. It's customizable as well. You could have any fonts. You could change this page and that page around. You could, instead of having lined pages, have graph paper or a to-do list or something like that. So that is it for today's video. Hopefully, with this along with the previous video, you've learnt the skills to make your own planners. Not only that, you've learnt the skills to make them uniquely yours and tie them in with your keywords and your covers. And there's no reason why students won't buy yours. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.